What is your advice to someone who wants to be an artist?
Being authentic is the most important quality in humans, but also in artists.
How does one be authentic?
Be open to the world, but also listen to yourself. You work on yourself, you try better, you evolve. Be also gentle with yourself. It's very hard sometimes, and it's okay.
This artist shows us the balance in being human. In relationships and family and within ourselves, we battle love, hate, light, darkness, creation, and destruction. And that's just life, and there's beauty in knowing that we all go through it. Dana is a finalist for the Smith's Free Hills Award at the National Portrait Gallery and has had a solo show in New York and now for the first time here in London. So please grab a cup of tea and join us as she talks about her creative process and shares some incredible advice not only for artists but for anyone pursuing an authentic path. So I see you have a lot of birds. Why birds?
Because when I painted the chandelier, a bird came through my window and crashed into the painting. And it was a very crazy moment. She survived. She startled a little bit, but then she flew away and it was okay. To me, birds are like carrying fleeting moments or like memories or things that you want to catch, but you can't really. Every one of the birds is kind of like a portrait of an emotion. This idea of a bird making a mistake was really interesting to me. Like we expect birds to know. Yeah. And suddenly this bird didn't know and she crashed into the window. So what happens when nature kind of makes mistakes? When I make mistake, it makes total sense to me. But when a bird's made mistake, it's like, wait, what's going on,
How do you hope this exhibition will impact people?
One of the most magical things about art is that it's not functional. So the idea of purpose is kind of funny to me, but what drives me or what motivates my work is that I think that in art, there's a room for layered meaning and complexity that maybe in the real world is not allowed. For example, how do you capture loving someone you hate? Texture or color allows for this complexity.
There's a lot of things that are really hard to put into words. I feel like we're all kind of like in the emotional stone age in some ways. But I feel like art is a way to express that and start a conversation in like a safe space. What's your creative process like?
I try to start with an emotion or a moment or a dream or something that is like the core of the work that holds the meaning for me. And then I stay open because during the process there's always different possibilities that opens up. So I don't want to be like tied to the initial idea of like it needs to be like this and then I'm executing it. I question myself a lot and I doubt the work all the time. So it's a process of questioning it. The hardest work is the most minimalist work. To just like make a gesture and let it be is much more difficult than keep adding because then you're like covering up the initial like core of the feeling that you're trying to express.
Yes. How do you get through doubt?
That's a good question. I think it's inevitable, not only in art context. I feel like the work kind of reveals itself. I try to work even when I don't have an exhibition, don't have a project. I am my own audience, first of all, and I need to make work for myself. Through the work, I kind of battle this idea.
Do you like all of your work?
I move from different mediums. Sometimes I feel like I'm making the same work over and over again, just in different like angles. This exhibition for me is like the whole installation is in a way one work, and you just see it from different, moments. I don't know what liking a work means. Sometimes it's very hard for me because it's exposing things that it's hard for me to expose. So it's like a complicated relationship, you put yourself out there. Sometimes you don't really like yourself, but it is what it is, I try to be 100% genuine. If I feel something is not authentic, I won't put it out there,
You really hit the nail on the head with that one. Is there a piece of art that ever changed your life?
A few years ago, I had the privilege to see an exhibition of Marisa Mertz. She has very large-scale sculptures, and then next to it, she has like line drawings, very, very gentle and beautiful, and to put them together in the same space really encouraged encouraged me to do that also in my work. It's a super emotional experience to me. I take it to heart. It's very personal. I felt like she's speaking to me.
Could you please tell me a bit more about this painting?
Yes, this painting is called Handle with Care. It's actually a chandelier that was owned by my family, and for a long time it was like the centerpiece of the house. And then it went to the storage, and I kind of saw it in the storage, kind of like sad. But also beautiful. So I decided to bring it to my studio, and I actually painted it side. So this is the actual size of the chandelier. This whole exhibition is based about my relationship to my late grandfather. This relationship that contains rupture and difficult moments, but also love and appreciation, and how do I deal with that.